I woke up and I was like feeling my face and I was just like, this is amazing. I was just like thinking to myself that this shouldn't even be medically possible. And yet, here I'm laying, with this whole new face. I felt out to see how, swollen it was after, feeling my forehead and feeling that there's give in it. And it's not just skin, it's like tissue. And then I had eyelids, and a nose, and lips, and like I had hair, and eyebrows, and I was like, that's just incredible. I was sitting at my computer, and I was talking to my cousin and playing my game on my computer, and Dr. Hawk called me. And I was like, okay, well, what do they want me to do, what's going on, or is this an update or whatever. And he was just like, Dallas, I wanted to let you know, we've identified a donor, and like the world stopped. I was like, everything around me stopped. I reached over and had to grab my cousin's hand. I couldn't talk. I don't even remember if I was breathing at that time. I was learning to like far displace myself from what's going on around me, or from the emotion of what's going on around me, but I wasn't able to. I was so excited that I'm sure I seemed calm because I was so excited. And I was just like, we couldn't walk fast enough to the halls of the hospital. The flight took too long. Just through the communication I had with them, as well as the meetings that I've had with them, the different times I've been up here. I mean, there was no concern, there was no worry. It was one of the most exciting things I've been through. I did know I was in good hands, and in more ways than one. And I think that's why I never had any fear about getting it done. I knew that not only was the team more than able and more than competent, and that they were brilliant surgeons, but it wasn't just their hands that I was in. And I knew that, and I knew that I was not brought as far as I was, for God just to let me go. When I gained an entirely new lease on life, and I fully understand now what organ donation means and what tissue donation means. The opportunity and the lease on life that is given to organ donation is incredible. And the new lease on life that's given to tissue donation is also equally incredible. I hadn't seen her in way too long. Even way too long. And she wasn't paying attention to me when I said her name the first time. But when I said it the second time, it clicked in her head who was talking to her. And she just said, Daddy, and she ran over to me and she hugged me and she crawled into my lap and I held her. And as soon as she said, I love you, I started crying. It was just, and even now. It was very hard being away from her for so long. And just to be able to hold her and hug on her and love on her, it meant the world to me. And I know that I talked to several people they had their concerns about how she was going to react, and they asked me if I did, and I was like, no. like, just, first of all, this is me and Scarlett. Second of all, she's been through all of this with me. She knows what Daddy used to look like. I took care of her all of her life. And then she saw me in Parkland, and then she dealt with it after that with no problem. I was like, and this is not going to be an issue at all. And it wasn't. And just to be with her, and, her kisses and everything, and I can't tell you what that meant to me. And so I thought I said it probably 1,000 times before, but now that I've had the face transplant, I think it'll have even more impact. The face, it doesn't make the person. And no matter what somebody looks like, how good looking they are, or how disfigured they are, there's a soul, and there are emotions and feelings within that person. And I think we all need to be conscious of that at all times. And just being kind to each other, just loving each other. I mean, it's really the only way that anything is ever going to change, or anything's ever going to get better, is when we realize that we are not the center of the universe, and that when you give and when you do for others, it's more fulfilling than anything you could possibly do for yourself.